96.7 KCAL rocks. Good morning. It is Patrick in the morning, and let's make this Monday a little bit better. Yeah, we got Monday Night Football coming up later, but we got sports with our guy, Pep. Pep, what's up?
Oh, we're going to try, Patrick. We also have Game 3 of the World Series back in Los Angeles as the Dodgers and the Blue Jays are all tied at one game apiece. We'll see if the Dodgers can get another great starting pitching performance here in Game 3 tonight. Tyler Glasnow will be on the bump against the Blue Jays as they try to take advantage of, having home field at Chavez Ravine. Again, they split in Toronto. The Dodgers did what they were supposed to do. Now it comes back to LA. Technically, if the Dodgers win 3 in a row, it doesn't have to go back to Canada. They can just wrap it up at home.
Right. You know what they say sometimes, though? I mean, they did it to the Brewers, of course, but I always feel like it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. Of course, they did just do it, but the Blue Jays show a little bit of life here, but then the Dodgers pull through, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've talked about this over and over and over. Starting pitching wins championships, and when the Dodgers get great starting pitching like they got from Yoshinobu Yamamoto in Game 2, it was lights out. It was game over. I know Toronto's got some great hitters in that lineup, including Vlad Guerrero Jr., but when the Dodgers have locked in starting pitching, it doesn't matter what lineup they're facing. So if Glasnow can be awesome on the mound tonight, it does not matter what Toronto's doing.
And then real quickly, did you see them coming back from Toronto? They got a little hung up at the border, which prompted Dave Roberts to be like, I don't know if there was intent or not.
Oh, no, I did not hear that.
A lot of delays going through customs, and it even made old Davey think, what the hell's going on here?
Hey, well, now, it works both ways. Maybe if the series goes back to Toronto, we'll hold them up.
The story is when you're coming back from Canada into the U.S., it is U.S. customs. So a lot of people are like, no, it's not, the Canada side. Either way. Davey didn't like what was going on. I thought it was hilarious.
Conspiracy theories are lying, right? A little gamesmanship.
Could be a Blue Jay fan on the U.S. side. You don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
Oh, hang on here. It's going to be another hour.
Oh, sorry about that. You're going to get back really late tonight. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wish I could help, but there's nothing we could do about this.
Can't do it.
One other quick World Series note. Patrick, I was thinking about this. Listen, Clayton Kershaw is on the World Series roster for the Dodgers. How awesome, how poetic would it be? Let's say the Dodgers are in the decisive game of the series. Maybe it's Game 5, maybe it's Game 7, and they got a big, comfortable lead. Maybe it's like 8-0. Dodgers are on top. Bottom of the ninth or top of the ninth. Down, the Blue Jays are down to their last out, and you march out Clayton Kershaw to close out the series, to close out the World Series, to close out his career. I'm not trying to predict anything, but how cool would that be?
It would be so great. But it does terrify me a little bit because if it doesn't go well, he's never going to hear the end of it, just like it happened earlier in the postseason. He had a bad outing. Finally, he's pitched great all year. And, I mean, I got so many messages, playoff Kershaw.
No, but you're right. I mean, the last outing was really bad for Kershaw. This would be his chance to redeem himself and go out on a high note, man. Can you imagine the final out of the season? You clinch the championship. Your career is over. You just need one out, right? And if you've got a comfortable lead, I'm not saying he's a liability, but if the Dodgers have a comfortable lead, dude, let him go out there and get one out. He can get one out.
He does deserve it.
Yeah,
it would be cool.
We'll see. First, the Dodgers got to put themselves in a position to win it, but I thought that would be really cool. All right, Game 3 tonight. We also got Monday Night Football. Should be a good one. Commanders and Chiefs, although our guy Jaden Daniels still on the bench with a hamstring injury. A lot of injuries at Washington. So I think at least, when they plan the Monday Night Football schedule for the season, Commanders versus Chiefs sound like an awesome matchup. But with Washington decimated by injuries, including our guy, the pride of Cajon High School, not as sexy, in this matchup.
No, I mean, he's such an exciting player. But, I mean, as we know, NFL, football, it is a brutal sport. And, I mean, the injury bug is going to strike someone. I mean, look at Pep's 49ers. They've been stricken hard.
Terrible.
It's amazing they've done as well as they have done. But the injury bug is tough. If you're going to do well in the NFL season, you got to kind of hope you get lucky with the injuries.
Yeah, survive in advance, man. Just like college basketball, NFL injuries can take a toll. So the Commanders are going through it. But Commanders and Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Real quick, couple notes from over the weekend across the NFL. Rams had a bye. Chargers played on Thursday night, got the win against the Vikings. But I did want to point out that, Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if you watched Sunday Night Football, but Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers played the Packers, and the Packers actually won 35-25. And Jordan Love for Green Bay completed 20 straight passes. Like, he looked pretty good in that win against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they looked pretty darn solid, didn't they, man? Going to the tight end, Kraft a lot.
Yes.
Dude. He had a couple of touchdowns. I'm like, who's this kid? He was just dominating.
Yeah, Kraft had a massive game. And listen, QBs love their tight end, right, man? That is their security blanket when the receivers are running their routes and the running back is blocking or he's covered up. Man, the tight end always seems to be there. So he had a huge game. And also, I didn't realize this until they started talking about it. Aaron Rodgers has beaten every NFL team except his former team, the Green Bay Packers. So he was trying to, complete the whole thing and beat every NFL team. He couldn't do it.
And it wasn't meant to be.
No,
amazing.
It was not. And one other note, the Indianapolis Colts have the best record in the NFL. We don't have any undefeated teams, but the Colts are the closest thing to it. They are at 7-1 on the season. I know we've talked about them a little bit over the last couple weeks, but Patrick, we got to start taking Indianapolis seriously. They might be the best team in the NFL for real.
And then, you're right. And when you say team, that's a great point. They're a great team. The offensive line is really good. The running game is really good. Danny Dimes is doing good. Yeah. The defense is playing solid. So, they're going to be tough. And yes, I think it's time to start to take them seriously.
Yeah, because in the AFC, we were talking about the Chiefs and the Bills and the Ravens, they've had their own injury issues, and they haven't had a great record so far. But, man, the Colts are right there. They're going to be a real force, I think, in the AFC going forward. See if they can keep it up. And finally, college football. We had some big games over the weekend. Always big games in college football, especially in the Big Ten, in the SEC. We were hoping UCLA could go on the road and shock the world and beat Indiana. Listen, the Hoosiers are too good. They're number 2 in the nation for a reason. They hammered the Bruins 56-6. So UCLA, it's been a fun story to see their turnaround, but are they ready to hang with the top teams in the nation? Patrick, not quite yet. They're getting close, though.
Not yet. At least they showed some signs of life, which is nice, especially for the UCLA fan. But they came back down to earth when they got Hoosiered.
Well, yeah, Indiana Hoosiered the Oregon Ducks. They've Hoosiered a lot of teams, so they're not the only ones. But, it begs the question now. Tim Skipper, the interim head coach, Jerry Neuheisel running the offense as the OC. They've had a great turnaround. It's already been a very awesome, fun story to see UCLA turn things around this season after the terrible start. But now, do you keep that coaching staff in place for the rest of the season, obviously, but into next year? Or does UCLA make a big splash and go get a big-name head coach? We saw Brian Kelly fired at LSU last night. James Franklin from Penn State's out there as well. We've seen UCLA in the past go after guys like Chip Kelly, who was a big name. Do they go after a big name, or have they seen enough to say, hey, we got something here?
Well, in terms of Brian Kelly, it certainly looks like he was doing good at Notre Dame, which is kind of a restricted environment. They say it's very tough at Notre Dame. Thought that it would all work out if he went to a big school like LSU. Did not work out. They say UCLA is kind of limited in terms of where the coaches can stay. And, NIL is obviously changing that a little bit. But maybe Brian Kelly is good in that little restricted environment and could be a good fit for UCLA. I don't know what Brian Kelly wants to do, if he's done or if he wants to do a year of television. I don't know.
Yeah, if he wants a job, he's probably going to get a job. And UCLA should be in the market for a new head coach. And you're right, man. The UCs, especially UCLA, they don't let anybody in. So it's tough to get into some schools like that, like Notre Dame, which is a private school. So maybe Brian Kelly could flourish in a situation like that. But his name's going to be out there. James Franklin's going to be out there. So it's going to be – I'm very curious to see what UCLA does the rest of the regular season. If they do really well, maybe they don't make a change. But if they kind of stumble a little bit again, maybe they think, okay, well, let's make a big splash so our boosters, our fans know that we are serious about winning again.
I could see them making a big splash for sure. And you know who'll be on top of it? Our guy, Pep. Pep, jump out to get your stuff.
Get my stuff anytime. We are at Inland Sports on the X, on Instagram, on Facebook. We're also big on YouTube. That's Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep.